Well, Firas KATOUSI, world military champion, a bronze last time out in Paris, losing out to Richard Orderman. He looks fierce and intense. He's ready, Sarah.
He's had some incredible fights today, and I'm excited to see he's done a lot of the high-scoring kicks, the spinning kicks, so I hope he doesn't let us down and shows off tonight.
And his opponent competing in red from the Republic of Korea, Geon.
So Gong-woo, a new experience for him, as I mentioned, winning that Grand Prix challenge in Muju at Hanguk Chede at KNSU. Asian Championships bronze medal. Lost to Salah Sharabarti, who's on the other side of the draw. New territory for him, Sarah.
But I mean, for me, he's had no fear this competition. He's been amazing to watch. He's so dynamic, so fast and creative, so it's going to be great.
It certainly is. It's all set up for Maxime Goss, the man in the middle from Moldova.
Referees, you may start the contest.
And as you'll know with the new rules, best 2 out of 3. But who will be the best between these two? Noticeable height difference, of course, in terms of the tail of the tape, but only an advantage if you can use it. And Sarah, you know plenty well how good the Korean athletes can be at controlling that height and almost enjoying being the smaller fighter.
Yeah, I think they're used to it, aren't they?
Yeah.
They kind of always seem to be the smallest, but I think the weight is hidden in the size of the calves. They can move so well, their calves are so strong, so muscly.
Yeah, they've got the power and the speed, and right into the distance, as you mentioned, his personality evident there for So Gong-woo, but good shots from KATOUSI as well.
KATOUSI doing really well to keep him at bay, using his leg length. That's not what he wants, to get him into that short distance, but they're both quite strong in that short distance.
In the short distance, as you mentioned, looking for that left leg on the inside. No joy just yet. Back kick round the corner, that would have been useful.
I think KATOUSI's seeing that back kick now, he's seen that 4-point shot to the body that nearly got caught again, so I think he's going to be a little bit more wary of that now.
KATOUSI working hard in the dangerous distance now for him, doesn't want to be in the clinch too much. As you mentioned, that good front leg. So Gong-woo tries again on the inside, both men tangled up in the centre.
I think it's getting a little bit more intense now, isn't it? Those stab kicks and push kicks from that front leg are getting a little bit more stronger, a little bit more faster, more dynamic.
There's a good dynamic punch in the inside from the left hand of the Korean. A little bit of pop on it, but not enough for any love from the judges. KATOUSI resolute in the centre. No gam jumps given yet. Gam jumps, of course, if you're new, penalties.
This is where he's strong, isn't he? Exactly, scoring those 2 points, taking the lead now, 25 seconds to go. Really enjoys that short distance.
Does well, keeps his shoulder up, avoids the head kick there, So Gong-woo. And Firas KATOUSI, there's another gamge on those penalties we mentioned, so 2 becomes 4, the score's on the board.
It's quite comfortable now for So Gong-woo. Watch that back kick, and
So here we go, into the last 10 seconds. Who can take the first round? Pretty evident. Well, we mentioned the shorter of the two. It's been a big performance from him. Does well. Derijima, don't kick, says the Korean coach. Just get out of there, and he does.
Yeah, save yourself, save your energy, take that first round. Yeah, really, really clean, simple to watch, and a nice smile there as well. Which is
so calm, this generation, aren't they?
It is, and it's always so annoying if you're the one that hasn't won the round as well. But he's so brave, isn't he? He's so brave, especially trying to get into that short distance. Once he's in there and got a little bit of space, he is so fast, so dynamic, and that's why he picked up a couple of points. There's one.
Yeah, landed nicely with a short left leg. A couple of gam johns helped him out too. So work to be done for Firas KATOUSI. The African Games champion in 2019, as I mentioned, bronze in Paris. Does doesn't want a bronze this time, wants to get into that final, but a tough task and a tough ask. 2 Korean men in the men's -80s, both of them from Hamguk Chedi. Song Gyeong-woo, originally from Ulsan High School. Can he graduate with honours? Tries again with that back kick straight away, blocked by KATOUSI. Into the danger distance, good chop kick there.
That's what I love about the Korean style. First kick, a surprise, spin kick. Again, it's just that practice and practice they do hundreds and thousands of times, probably a week.
Feels like millions as well.
Yeah, exactly. A great headshot. A little bit more intense, using that speed, but unfortunately it's taken off. So it looks like he was holding whilst he was doing that. So 3 points taken off and a Gamjung, and the Tunisian coach is saying no.
Yep, I think he's... Let's have a little listen. So of course the invalidation of Gamjun would indeed result in the head kick as well. So any pushing's hard to see from that angle. Engelbert, our IVR referee, having a look.
Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it, to see if that was just his arm there was actually grabbing, but it's such a hard job to do this one, isn't it, because the angles sometimes aren't that great, but it kind of looks like it was.
It does, it does. But as you say, not easy for the IVR, for Engelbert there. He's saying, please release me. I think that let me go is the opportunity there. What do you think? It's hard. It's hard to see.
It's hard from here, isn't it?
Well, who would be a referee? Not easy.
I'm going to say yes, just because here, where he's moving back, you can see he's pulling it. So yeah, the Gamjung stays. So
and the head points disappear as well. Card gone. Likewise. So we know that the Korean has 1 round in the bag. If he takes this one, he'll be into the final.
So much better from KATOUSI. I was just saying to myself, you know, he needs to do that second action. Can't just keep doing that one shot, especially now you're losing. So a little bit more intensity.
Well, that intensity just kicking on Kallio there. Scoring nicely though. Referee lets it through. So Gyeong-woo trying to come forward. Short left leg on the inside. Turning up the intensity, the Korean.
This is where he comes alive though, isn't it? Oh, an amazing front leg to the face. No score, but a headshot in that close distance again, but grabbing again.
Yep, invalidated once more. Certainly going for it is Firas KATOUSI, but not quite. Again with a spinning kick, almost like a crescent on the inside, but So Gyeong-woo's speed and power beginning to come on.
This is what he's been doing all day. The last round, or the second round for him, and hopefully the last round for him, but yeah, just coming alive. It's just enjoying it. Look how much he's enjoying it. This is great to see, especially for the young kids as well, to show them how brave you can be and just go for it.
Go for it indeed. Fighting with freedom. Kicks to the body on Kallio. The replay card is gone. The Korean coach imploring him to get into that close distance. 5-point game now, 40 seconds left.
KATOUSI looking pretty tired now, and a spin to the body. 4 more points.
He's tried it a few times, but that was a really good one, that one.
Yeah, I think he took the right timing for that one. KATOUSI was just looking a little bit tired, just not really doing much, standing in the wrong distance, and he took his opportunity, and yeah, 4 points scored.
Well, we mentioned on the way in the height difference, but the difference in quality for Korea, bridging that gap, running down the clock now. Can he take a spot in his first ever Grand Prix final? Almost takes a front leg to the face, but of course the video review card is gone. The time of the essence now. So Gamjun, 8-point game. No time left on the board. Finishing with a flourish. Well, you mentioned Sarah Stevenson that he's creative, expansive, and right to the finish there. Puts himself in the final.
Yeah, incredible, really, to be honest. It's like he just saves himself for the end, doesn't it? And just goes, you know what, I'm here to have fun, and just starts like bringing out all the tools that he's got in his toolbox and just showing us all his spins, his flair, his speed. Yeah, nice for the kids to see, isn't it? I think as well, because they tend to see that one-shot game, and I think for them to see that you can be creative, you can use the spinning shots and have more fun with it as well, and score as well, of course.
Totally agree. I think one of the things that us all as Taekwondo fans, there's been a little bit too much of a gap between what you're teaching in a club and what you're seeing in a competition, and I think when you actually see the things that attract people to it. Exactly.
You bang on there. You just think, this is what all the elite athletes do, so this is what I need to do in the gym. But it's not. They do what they need to do to win. Doesn't necessarily say
that's not all they can
that's
do.
Not exactly. That's not all they can do. They should be able to do most things. I'll say most things because I couldn't do everything.
Well, I think your rivals might disagree with you, but no one's perfect. But that was a couple of perfect points for So Gong-woo as he makes it through. And the corresponding next semi-final, if you're a Taekwondo fan, great to have you with us if you're on the BBC Red Button or indeed the Olympic Channel, or of course, welcome on YouTube.